Hi, I'm Glenn Whipp with the Los Angeles Times, and thanks so much for coming to this special evening celebrating Stranger Things, the series that the Producers Guild of America named Best Drama, Screen Actors Guild Best Ensemble, and we just watched episode 1, season 1. They just finished season 2, like 2 days ago. And so they're here tonight. From Georgia, let's bring him out. We're going to start with executive producer and director Sean Levy. We have the creators, writers, executive producers, showrunners, directors. They did everything. Ross and Matt Duffer. We have our favorite law enforcement officer. He's the proponent of coffee and contemplation. Chief Jim Hopper, David Harbour. And then the absolute best group of young actors I've ever seen. Super Friends, Demogorgon Slayers. Here they are, Millie Bobby Brown. Caleb McLaughlin, Gaten Matarazzo, Ben Wolfhard, and Noah Schnapp.
Hi, guys.
So how long ago we just watched season 1, episode 1. How long ago does that feel to you? I know your voices have changed, some of the people here. Right?
They were so cute back then.
I literally weep at the youth on that screen.
It felt a really long time ago, but we shot what was it, 2 years ago now?
Year and a half, yeah.
Year and a half, yeah. October of 2015.
What do you remember most? What's your like most primal memory of that episode, shooting that first episode?
The first episode, we could not stop laughing. I don't know why. It was just like this laughing gas that was in the air, and we just couldn't stop laughing. And
this is still a problem.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's basically what I remember from the first episode.
A lot of laughter.
Well, that's kind of the blessing and curse of this cast that we put together is these are authentic, grounded kids, and they're going to laugh. And if that's the price you pay for the reality they bring on screen, then that's pretty much worth it.
Oh, what about the rest of you? David, what about you, man?
I was not laughing at all. I don't remember laughing. I remember being very depressed and very scared most of the time. I almost got fired like right before we started. That was great.
I love adult stuff.
I love when Harbour gets weird and curmudgeon-y.
Yeah.
I just remember, I just remember being like really scared, like that we were going to make this thing. Because I remember reading the script and like really loving the script. And like we started to get to work, and it was for me like an opportunity that I felt like I'd never really had. And I just remember being really scared. So how's that?
That's a depressing answer.
We had a lot of hope in the show.
I guess it fits in with the show, the vibe of the show. Maybe that fear kind of came out. Yeah, I don't know. You're supposed to be the one who has it together in that first episode.
I know. We're in trouble, right?
The entire 8 episodes, as Netflix does, dropped all on one day last July. It was a Friday. What did you guys do that day when all 8 episodes came on?
No schnapp. What did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
I watched the episodes.
Ask a stupid question.
I went on my
8
couch
hours.
and I just straight watched all the episodes.
Like the day it came out on Saturday or on Friday?
Saturday.
On Saturday. So you watched them 8 straight through?
Yeah, I had a
You'd already
really bad
seen
headache
1 and
after.
2, hadn't you?
Oh,
At the
yeah.
premiere?
No, we didn't see 3.
Oh, I didn't see 3 and 4.
No, we saw 3 and 4.
No, we didn't.
Oh, excuse
Hold on a
me.
second.
Hang
You
on,
watch it on the set? Was that just 1 and 2?
No, one.
Yeah,
and
those
two.
are
That was in
Okay.
your head.
Never mind.
I was shooting it, and then because I had to wait for the whole like I remember waiting until it was like 12 a.m. and then like seeing like refreshing Netflix and then seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had to work the next day like for like the whole day, and then I got home and like watched all of them.
Wait, I have to say, like, it says 12 a.m. Like, it's going to drop Friday. It dropped, like, Friday or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I stayed up till 12 on Friday, and then I realized that was Pacific time.
Yes, I was
in New York,
Jersey.
and I stayed up till 3.
Oh yes. Oh my.
Oh, that happened to me.
And I watched, because I'd already seen 1 and 2, so I watched 3 and 4 till 5 in the morning,
Oh my god, dude.
See,
and I fell asleep. I didn't want it to end.
see,
'cause I loved it so much.
I started at 3 in the morning, and I went all the way through.
You
until,
did
like,
not.
I did. I
Oh,
did.
right?
Yeah, you did. He
I
had a
brought
party.
friends
That's so
over. I was the
hardcore, you
last one
Netflix
standing.
binger.
I was the last one standing. I went from 3 in the morning to like noon, and then I fell asleep until 7 o'clock p.m. It messed up my whole.
Yeah.
Woo! That's commitment.
Yeah.
There you go.
Die hard.
How I actually sorry I messed up your clap, but my story before everyone started talking. I actually did the same. I thought it was at 12, and then I stayed up till like 3. But my parents were like, "I'm gonna go take a nap." I'm like, "Okay, take a nap. I'm gonna wake you guys up, just letting you guys know so you won't get mad, right?" All right. I go in there. I did like the whole like Christmas morning. Wake up, it's Christmas. But I said, "Wake up, it's time to watch it." Hey. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's just don't wake me up. I'm all right. I was a little scared. No, but yeah. I woke up my parents.
Oh my god.
You watched the whole thing that night, or just the two? How many did you watch that night?
I watched all of it, like,
all of
and then after that, I didn't go to sleep. I went riding bike with my friends, and then that day,
dangerous, man.
I went to go watch it again with another friend. With
Were
other
you jazzed, like when you saw it? Were you like, "This is great"?
friends. It was phenomenal.
It was phenomenal.
It was pretty good.
I felt the same way. I
You
was
know,
like,
I feel-
"Wow, this is good."
I feel so like left out though because like I mean I didn't watch it all the way through. Like so I feel I don't know. I was driving to Lake Tahoe. It was all really chill, and then I just saw my Instagram followers going up, and I was like, "What is happening right now?"
Yeah, that was weird.
And then all of a sudden I just get text message after text message from in the group chat of Gaten just like, "I'm crying right now," and I'm like, "What
was
is
excited.
happening?" But then I watched, I kind of skipped just to 8 because I was so excited about 8, and then I went back. I kind of went
Cheater.
backwards, and I was like, "Huh, 6."
Oh,
seems
you're
good."
one of those people.
Wow.
Cheater.
I
Stop.
know.
Stop. Okay, next question.
You can watch them in pretty much any order, right? I mean, it doesn't.
No,
No, it's an 8-hour-long movie.
that's the wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like, I mean, obviously early, adopters to the series, but it sounds like one way you found out that it was connecting with people was like social media, Instagram. Your Instagram followers are going up. Were there other ways that you were like getting a feeling like people are really getting into this show?
Yeah, BuzzFeed published an article like day 3 into the release. What Stranger Things character are you? Quiz.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I've arrived. And I took the test. And I got the monster.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. And my second team standing in the show, wonderful man Rob, got Hopper. And I was really upset.
I got Dustin. I was happy about that.
Did you take the test?
I did take the test. Yeah.
I got the monster too.
You got yourself.
I got the
I
monster
got
too.
myself.
I got Lucas.
What kind of answers do you have to give to get the monster?
These are the people we have to work with.
Yes.
I was getting when I knew that like it was kind of like blowing up. I was getting like I got my first like 2 offers like for stuff, but like they were for the exact same thing as Stranger Things. I don't know if they were like real or not, but I got 2 emails that were like, "Hey, so we want you to be in the movie, and it's set in the '80s, and you gotta ride bikes with your friends, and it's about
The boy goes missing.
destroying this monster." And I was like, "I've done it already."
I've done that already.
And that was the first time I'd ever got an offer and declined it. So
Go.
Pass.
Yeah, you needed a new
Yes.
challenge. You've done.
I know.
But it is hard. I mean, when we were making this thing, there was no sense that people would watch it in big numbers. We just knew that it felt cool to us. And above all, we were just kind of doing right by this creation from the Duffers' hive mind. And it was a lot on social media because Netflix famously doesn't give numbers or anything like that. And so you just kind of felt it permeate the culture really quickly. And it started, I remember it started that Saturday. We were like, oh, wait, people are watching it. People are digging it.
Well, I think that was kind of one of the beautiful things about this is that there wasn't a whole lot of hype. There wasn't a whole lot of advance warning. This is like a complete fan word of mouth.
Right. I think people forget that. People seem to think we had a ton of advertising compared to other shows, and we were all freaked out because there was no. I mean, and Netflix warns you. They're like, we are not going to advertise. It's not like a big movie. So don't freak out. It doesn't mean we don't care about your show. We don't love your show, but don't expect anything.
But they always
and they stay true to their word. I mean, there was nothing.
No, there's billboards. There's billboards.
Right
I
before they
remember.
cancel your show, they're like, we love it. It's
Well, they'll
fine.
take a picture of the like 2 billboards and send it to you.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Well, I mean, but it is interesting. They don't need that opening weekend. It doesn't matter to them. And I think this show it shows them that they are right in that it was just it just snowballed with word of mouth. But yeah, it was hard for us to. It freaked all of us out.
Well, especially we're movie.
David
people,
cut his
so
hair.
David buzzed his
I
hair.
cut my hair into a mohawk.
He had
I
like
was
a
like,
mental
we're-
Like, what are you doing?
What? I wanted a mohawk. Man.
I thought that was.
No, I was doing a play. I was like, we're never coming back.
yeah.
I mean, like, I have a friend. I have a
Yeah.
friend who. No, I'm serious. I was like, well, I have a friend who's on a very popular television show. He's been doing it for like 1 million years, and we were doing a play at the time together. And it was like 3 weeks before the show came out, and there was no. I was walking around New York City, and there's like telephone booths and buses, and
Yeah.
all got House of Cards, Orange is the New Black, and there was not a single like iota of Stranger Things. And then like 2 weeks before, and I said to him, I was like, hey man, they're not really like. Putting up posters and stuff. He was like, I was like, I think it's a new model that like Netflix had. He was like, no, they're trying to bury your show. And then like, I was like, no, dude, no, they love the show. And he was like, no, trust me, dude, they're trying to bury your show. And then like a week before, nothing. And then finally it dropped, and people liked it. And so there's a happy
That's when
ending.
the world
but yeah,
went
we
crazy.
did not expect that at all.
I also think that, like, giving Netflix a little thing. Like, they believed in our show from day one, and that, it's kind of, obviously it was we didn't really think the show would be what it was, and filming a show in Atlanta, Georgia, really thinking your show wouldn't be big. Like, we, with the smallest crew, and we read the scripts, and we thought it was great, and we thought it would be like a 5-star on Netflix. We didn't think that the public would think that, and so, but, Netflix have been there from day one, and they believed in our show, and we're thankful for them for that. So,
But that is truly their new model. I mean, that's the way they do it now.
Did you, when you were doing season 1, did you have any thought about laying some pipe for season 2, or?
Yeah,
was that-
we were hopeful. I mean, they weren't canceling stuff at that point, so I was like,
I thought we would be the
like
first.
if
I
we
really
were
did.
coming out now, it'd be like, but back then it was like it felt like we'd at least get another season, even if we were a dud. And I was like, okay. And so yeah, we had an idea of coming back. I mean, they're not interested in investing in something unless there's the potential to continue it in some way.
We were already working. I mean, that's what we were doing when season 1 dropped. We were working on season 2 at the time, and we were already writing it. So we were hopeful at the time because we knew, we felt good about it. We knew Netflix felt good about it, and so it was just we just didn't know if people were going to watch it, but we felt like the story would continue for at least a little bit longer.
So is that why, like, Hopper's leaving the
Right, yeah,
eggs in the
exactly.
box? Yeah.
That would be a cruel way to end one season show. Yeah.
But we did want it to feel like it had it felt satisfying enough that it ended, that the main threat, that the monster was defeated, and there was some semblance of a happy ending. So,
Did you guys become friends in like 5 minutes, or I mean?
No, we hate each other.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm really picking up on that.
Gain's
throughout
the worst
evening.
of them all.
Right.
no, it's really hard.
I feel like it
really
started
hard.
at your callbacks.
Yeah,
Right?
no, it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Met this guy at the callback in L.A.
You guys read together in the callback?
Yeah, me and Gain did, and me and Caleb did.
Like,
and
Finn
then I
was
met
like the.
I only met Caleb, right?
and you,
Yeah.
Billy, you read with
I
Billy.
met you at the hotel.
And you looked at me like.
Hey.
We were at the pool at the hotel. It's like, hey, it's Finn.
Yeah, that was it. Was also like I was reading with a bunch of people, and like when Gaten came in, it was like, oh my god, this is like really like just because like Gaten knows timing so like comedy timing so well, and in the callback audition, I was like, there's no way like Gaten can't be in this like.
And there wasn't. He was the only.
He was the only
Dustin.
Gaten.
in all
Only
It was like our
Dustin.
first,
Yeah.
like, hands down. We knew it as soon as Gaten left the room. We were like, well, that's done.
He didn't ask this question, guys. He just asked if we're friends. He's talking about me.
He's like, oh shucks.
I actually knew Gaten before Stranger
Yes,
Things,
yes, we
like
knew a few years before.
back in the day.
Yeah, when
When I was
Back
like really
in the
young.
day,
When I was
ladies
like
and
really
gentlemen.
young.
Back in the day before they were 12.
So,
Yeah.
Back when I was a young
Yeah,
actor
before I was
in New
12, yeah.
York,
Back when I was
we
a
were
youngin' in
roommates right after we got
2012.
kicked out of Juilliard,
Yeah.
drinking too heavily.
Yeah, we were
Doing
Broadway
displays,
Broadway buddies.
needed a couch.
We did, yes, back in the day.
The Broadway days.
how old were you?
Broadway.
I was 10.
I was 12. No, how could you be 10 and I was 12? You're 15. I'm 14. That's not possible.
Wait, let's do the math.
I love math.
But I think
Was there an on-set tutor at the Stranger
like-
Things?
Not in math, no. Huddle up, guys.
so.
Huddle up.
So that whilst they're discussing, I had done a screen test. Oh God! So I had done a screen
That's my
test.
12,
I had
yeah.
done a screen
Then we're
test
facing
with
our
Finn
butts. No,
and
Yes, I was
you
in
guys.
New
Are
Zealand
you
when I was
kidding me right now? Wait, I want to be in on this.
14 when it was
What's
when I
happening?
lived. So I knew you when I was.
Yeah, going back to the chemistry of the.
They're going to come
This
back
is
to
like
us
a
with a
normal
math
thing
thing.
on set, by
I
the
was
way. You're
11,
like
he was
experiencing
12.
the lifestyle.
Ta-da! Sorry.
What were we talking about?
I really regret asking the question of how old you were, but sounds good. All right.
What I mean, we were watching this episode one. What was your looking because you've watched them all? I don't know how many times, but what was your favorite scene? Each of you go. What was the favorite scene of season one?
I just said it behind the curtains, and it's of the first episode.
First season.
Oh wow. Of the first episode, it's when Benny dies. That's like my favorite scene because
You hate Benny.
that character sucks. No, that character's amazing. But yeah, I think that's my favorite scene in episode one. But of the first season, that's like kind of difficult. But maybe the cat scene, where she's like trying to kill the cat.
Oh, I feel so like happy that you think of that. It's really nice.
God.
I feel like so honored. I don't know. I feel that in the first episode, I think my favorite scene, honestly, was the opening scene with the boys. I think it was just so perfect. Just opening with their relationship and just the humor, and it felt so real. Like I was watching like a reality show, like them just completely interacting with each other, which is exactly what they do on set on a regular day. But my favorite scene in the season was when I was in the tank. I think it was just really just a challenging moment. I think in the show and to kind of act whilst being under the water, whilst hearing Matt and Ross in my ear like saying weird stuff. It was just like a weird day, but I loved it.
Noah, what about you?
I think, like you said, I think the most fun. That was definitely the most fun to film for me because that was like when we were like crazy laughing. And remember when we were at the first.
Like
we,
nothing. There's
couldn't
nothing
stop
that
laughing.
caused the laughing. We just like sat down and started laughing.
It's like when you're stuck in it, you can't get out of it. Like when the camera wouldn't be on us, the person behind the camera would make faces. And that was him. He was just, oh my god.
Caleb,
But my favorite-
Caleb, you too.
Huh?
You did too. Oh, no.
I did? Wait. My favorite scene.
Wow.
Wow.
My favorite scene. Honestly, I forget that I love the scene. It's the scene with you, right? You're in the lab and you make this face, this perfect facial reaction when you go through the door. You're like, and then you go right. I love that. It's just so cool. You just look awesome there.
Thank you, Caleb.
That's just
My favorite scene. That was awesome. My favorite scene.
My favorite scene is the scene with Lucas when
One of my favorite scenes that we filmed was by the quarry. It was me, Finn, with the bullies, and that was a lot of fun because it was actually really funny when you fell. I know you hurt yourself, but it was funny. No, I love you.
Booger reel. It was not funny.
That was like a serious
Hilarious.
fall, Gaten.
No, I know. You hurt yourself, but I felt bad after I laughed. But
No, it's because
still
he can like we were running down the hill and Gain had to catch up to me and I was like running too fast.
I know. I'm not a runner. Okay, guys. And
And I was
that
running
actually
too
really
fast
hard to
and
feel.
then I
He was
tripped
going
over
way
a
too
rock and
fast.
skidded.
It was like Gaten. You have to catch up to him. I'm like, I'm trying. But so we were
Athletic.
running down the corridor. It was a lot of fun because it was just we were filming on a cliff and scary. It was exhilarating.
We
It was
live by the
exhilarating. It was a lot
dangerous
of fun.
side.
I find it like so funny though.
Dangerous
When episode 8, when Finn was supposed to carry me, and then we was running down the hallway.
We're
No,
gonna
because
talk
it was such a
about
great
that.
scene because,
Yes.
and then also one of my favorite scenes, which was gonna be cut, but it was when we was going down the hallway and I was laying on like a table and you guys had to push me. Remember that
Yes.
scene?
On the
Yes.
EV
And
part.
Sean was like, we might not have time, and I was like, we're gonna make time, we're gonna do it, and like it was like the most fun scene ever.
We'll
Like,
talk
I
about
loved
when you had to
it.
carry me because that's a funny story.
Yeah.
Like when I had to carry you.
I don't have a strong upper body. That's the end of the story. I can't carry people well.
I can't carry people.